Hello on Max TV. Get ready to witness rare and incredible animal encounters that people were lucky enough to capture on camera. These moments are a real stroke of luck as they happen once in a lifetime. From unexpected meetings to astonishing animal behavior, all of it is real, captured at the right time and place. You're in for some truly surprising footage. Let's begin. This fight through the glass between these dogs is very serious, but when the little one wants to drink, they pause the fight, and then it's back to action. Transporting a cow in a truck didn't go according to plan. She got her horn stuck in a power line. That's a ride she'll remember for life. I bet you haven't seen anything like this. A flock of birds collided with a plane coming in for landing. The birds are fortunate, but luckily the landing went smoothly. Viral footage from the US. A family saved their dog just seconds before a tornado hit in Indiana. The fisherman caught a very beautiful white fish with large fins at night. He immediately decided to bring it home and put it in his aquarium. Just look, the fish became a true decoration of his home. A young and inexperienced leopard snuck up to a house at night where a dog was sleeping on the porch. If it had been a seasoned predator, the dog wouldn't have stood a chance, but this one got scared by the barking and ran off. This duck's strategy during a dog chase is truly impressive. The pup is left completely confused. The owner of these cows is desperately trying to get them off the tracks, but the silly cows just keep standing there. Good thing the train driver managed to slow down and stop in time. This sneaky dog moved the camera aside so he could secretly eat food from the table. But not so fast. The cat noticed everything and quickly turned the camera back to the right spot. The fisherman jumped to shore just in time from this boat. A crocodile mistook it for prey and attacked. This clever husky refuses to eat regular dog food, but if you cut it up, season it, and microwave it, suddenly it tastes way better. This crazy dog had to be pulled out of wet cement, but it immediately jumped right back in. A crazy man jumped into the water to save his slippers, but just look, he was actually risking his life. A crocodile was charging at full speed, and the man barely managed to jump out of the water unharmed. In this moment, you can see a ship carrying sheep for the Hajj capsizing in the Gulf of Aden. People on boats immediately began rescuing the poor animals, and we hope all the sheep survived. The golfer made an excellent shot. The ball landed right next to the hole. But he didn't account for one thing. An eagle quickly snatched the ball and carried it to its nest. This wild boar family somehow ended up in the city. Amazingly, the pigs seem to know traffic rules. They only cross the road at pedestrian crossings. A man decided to let his ducks out onto the snow in winter, but they quickly realized that walking outside wasn't such a great idea after all. When a man approached his Jeep with his pet lioness Gabby, he instantly realized she really enjoys attacking car tires.
You're a bloody naughty lion, Gabby.
I think this is the first time you're seeing such an unusual bird too. It's called the pennant-winged nightjar. In India, locals discovered a crocodile that had fallen into a deep pit. Getting him out, tying him up, and loading him into a truck wasn't easy, but they managed. Once released near water, the crocodile quickly figured out where to go. A man filmed an entire family of frightened skunks running along the roadside and almost immediately understood why. One of the skunks had been caught by a badger, which was quickly dragging it into its burrow. Maybe this kind of presentation looks trendy and modern in a restaurant, but in reality, it looks more like feeding pigs. This dog believes in friendship only through the gate. When the dog walker brought her home and left her behind the fence, she immediately showed her love. Now that's technology. I didn't even know it was possible to remove watermelon seeds that quickly and easily. In a cage with a giant, this little guy was too scared to even move, but once he was released and the door shut, he turned into a real hero. A young bird thinks food will jump straight into its mouth automatically, just like its mom did back in the nest. This family decided to prank their dog, and now he's faced with the most difficult choice of his life. Fishermen were shocked when their boat was surrounded by thousands of hungry sharks. Chaos erupted all around, and falling overboard would have meant certain death. Not sure why anyone would want to breed these animals, but squirrel farms are a real thing. The footage looks like a bunch of rats scattering in panic. A man was filming drone footage in the suburbs when he saw dogs attacking a poor cat. He couldn't just watch, he quickly drove over in his car. When he opened the door, the cat instantly understood it was being offered rescue and jumped inside. Now the cat has a new loving family. People at the zoo were shocked when a monkey hung over them and decided to give everyone an unusual surprise. This guy almost pulled an octopus to shore, but the fishing line snapped at the worst possible moment. He didn't panic, he tracked where the octopus swam, quickly stripped down, and jumped in after it. The catch is his. A brave dog is doing its best to protect its owner's tent from a bold bear, but it looks like the bear doesn't care. Food scent comes first. And this dog instantly realized it was time to run. The San Fermin Festival, the running of the bulls through the streets of Pamplona, takes place every year. But this guy had a different tactic. He just sat still. The bull was completely puzzled and decided not to touch the indifferent daredevil. I think you'll be shocked too when you see this. The man has 3 pets and he walks them all together. This leopard mom has only 1 little cub and she protects him like the apple of her eye. But a terrible incident occurred. A lioness tracked them down. The mother leopard hid her cub in the hollow of a tree and climbed to the top herself. The lioness lingered around the hollow sensing prey but couldn't reach the cub and eventually just left. Just look at this prank at McDonald's. Looks like the hungriest one was the Labrador. To protect his dogs from hungry leopards, the owner built a metal cage for them. Just a week later, the cage actually saved the dogs' lives. This zebra clearly snapped and boldly crossed the river at the most dangerous spot. The crocodiles were stunned. The fireworks launch was going as planned, but suddenly a crazy little dog appeared and started. A silly little dog brought its owner a gift, a huge wasp nest. And here's a happy family selfie. A woman stepped outside the fence to chase off a bold neighbor's cat that was attacking her dog. The cat turned out to be a fighter, and the woman even managed to push it away from herself. It seems this gardener is basically immortal. When a cobra slithered into the yard, he put on a real show for the homeowners by catching it with his bare hand. In the animal world, baby abductions do happen. This time, a macaque without children of her own kidnapped a baby from another female. The mother chased the kidnapper, but trying to take back the baby by force could have ended in tragedy, so she came up with a brilliant strategy. She started grooming the kidnapper's male companion, and eventually, the urge to rejoin him became too strong. This time, it ended well. The baby was safely returned to its real mother. Just look at how brazen these seagulls have become and how professionally they steal food. The woman barely realized what had happened to her ice cream. A warthog relaxing in a swamp didn't notice the lioness sneaking up for an ambush, but it turns out his reflexes are sharp. He escaped in an instant. A home surveillance camera caught a tiny dog being attacked and carried off the porch like a rabbit by a large bald eagle. That should have been the end, but just seconds later, the dog came running back to the house. Why the eagle dropped him is unclear. Maybe the angry little dog bit its legs. The owner said the pup had a few scratches on his belly, but nothing serious. People will definitely remember this fall on the roller coaster forever, but the bears stayed surprisingly calm. This funny dog is clearly showing that he's not looking, and he doesn't even like what he sees. And here's exactly that feeling when you're running from something and can't open the door. The man was lucky the bear turned away. A house cat tried to jump onto the roof from a slippery car, but all he managed was an awkward fall. In Vietnam, it's extremely difficult to deal with rats, which are serious rice pests. Local farmers came up with a simple tactic, setting up nets into which the rats flee when escaping from the combine. At this polar bear sanctuary, they prepared a special surprise, a giant ice block with treats frozen inside. The bears loved it and didn't leave it for a second until the ice melted and they ate every bit. That delivery guy's vertical jump is truly amazing. No one expected that. This snow leopard cub tragically fell from a height and was very close to death. But luckily, people found him, took him to a sanctuary, treated him, and now he's getting ready to return to the wild. The next moment was captured by surveillance near a restaurant in Colorado Springs. A brown bear searching for food approached the dumpsters and started digging through them. Apparently, there was so much tasty stuff inside that the bear couldn't decide what to eat first. Not wanting to waste time, the clever bear just dragged away the entire bin. The thief was never caught, and whether the stolen bin was found remains a mystery. A clever cat noticed something moving underground and decided to set an ambush. Waiting for the perfect moment, she strikes and pulls a mole out of the ground. This is why baby monkeys shouldn't get close to angry males. A caring mother immediately rescued her fallen baby. This forest camera trap captured 3 wolves surrounding a large antlered deer. The deer fought back, but whether he survived remains a mystery. Here's how stray dogs find new owners. The key is to take the initiative. This dog turned out to be a true football fan, and its reaction to a goal is simply hilarious. A crazy pigeon was racing a car, but after 60 kilometers per hour, he started falling behind. During a spearfishing trip in Florida, a man was stung by the most dangerous jellyfish, the Portuguese man-o'-war, clearly visible in the footage. He was lucky to be with a partner who helped him back onto the boat and saved his life. And here's another rescue, this time of a pet dog from a canal in Manchester. Passers-by decided to help the owner. They held him by the legs and lowered him head first. That's how he managed to grab his dog by the collar and paws. The rescue was a success. A cunning fox snuck up on a sleeping cormorant near the shore. Anticipating an easy meal, the red predator began sniffing its lunch, but things didn't go as planned. The moment she tried to bite the bird's neck, it took off and swam away, and the startled fox just ran off. A hippo mom sensed danger from this crocodile for her baby and decided to chase him off the beach. The crocodile didn't want trouble with the angry mother and simply ran away. The rattle at the end of a rattlesnake's tail is made up of hollow, keratinized segments that contain no bones or muscles inside. When the snake vibrates its tail quickly, these segments hit each other and produce a terrifying rattling sound. It works as a warning signal. The snake doesn't want to strike first and uses the sound to say, "Stay away." A brave little dog decided to attack emus, but it looks like he quickly changed his mind. People often want their dogs to do the same silly things they do, and here's a golden retriever already paragliding with its owner. And here's a similar moment with another dog. Just look at this encounter. A domestic cow met two leopards. You'd think she should turn and run, but instead, she fearlessly walked toward them. In the end, she got even bolder and drove the predators back into the bushes. The cat was utterly confused about what this dog was doing with the carpet. Watch how a smart and brave warthog outwitted a pack of wild dogs. He showed no fear, proved he wasn't afraid of the predators, and at the right moment, simply disappeared. Next comes an incredibly touching rescue of a mother elephant and her calf who got stuck in a concrete pit in Thailand. A team of volunteers used machinery to pull the mother out, but she showed no signs of life. The calf was pulled out soon after, alive. Veterinarians decided to perform external cardiac massage on the mother whose heart had stopped. A man, leaning on the excavator's bucket, jumped repeatedly on the elephant's chest, and then a miracle happened. The massive animal's heart started beating again. It's hard to believe, but they managed to save this beautiful family. While riding through the forest, a man barely managed to jump off his horse just in time. A large black bear attacked it. In a state of shock, the man still managed to capture a few frames showing the bear pinning the horse to the ground. The man couldn't do anything to help and simply ran away, saving his own life from the furious predator. You'll never guess how this close encounter ends. The cat was supposed to pounce with all its fury, but instead, it turned into a sweet little kiss. And this meeting with an angry polar bear is something the man will remember for a long time. He managed to jump onto his snowmobile just in time and get away. Here's what a bite from a caiman turtle looks like in slow motion. Imagine what that could do to your finger. These are very rare shots of glacier finches nesting in the icy world. They don't have much time. Their chicks must grow up before the snow starts to melt and the nest collapses. Just watch how quickly this elephant devours the treats and immediately sticks his trunk out for more. When these men encountered two young bears, they had no choice but to raise their arms to look bigger. Luckily for them, the bears weren't interested and ran away. In this moment, when encountering a bear, a man calmly tells his wife to sit still and not move. To sit that calmly, she must have nerves of steel. A large flock of silly ducks can easily create a trap around your car. If they surround your vehicle, their instinct to follow one another prevents them from breaking the circle, so they just keep walking around in loops for quite a while. Here's a similar moment, but this time a shepherd with a stick runs up to deal with the situation, though it doesn't seem to go very well for him. Two men in India were calmly riding a bicycle when they got an unpleasant surprise. A venomous snake crossing the road got tangled in their front wheel. Both men panicked, jumped off, and ran away. Hopefully, no one was bitten. Even the gentlest house cat turns into a little predator if she feels her babies are in danger. Better admire from a distance, until Mama gives permission to come closer. And this surveillance camera captured a leopard sneaking into a chicken coop and quickly dragging away one chicken. But it seems that wasn't enough. He jumps back in with the chicken and turns the coop into a real safari for the poor birds. He killed several chickens in the cage and just left without any prey. This clever owner always picked the wrong grain, so now he brings a chicken to the market. As you can see, the picky hen won't eat just anything, and this time she liked the corn. After a month of searching, a rescue worker finally found a dog named Remy in the forest. Just look at the dog's reaction and how happy she is to finally see a human. A donut vendor pretended not to notice, and only then did a hungry stray dog allow itself to take one. Just look at the reaction of these two tigers when they were released into the wild. They weren't in a hurry to run. First, they decided to take revenge on their old enclosures. A leopard came across 3 wildebeest and decided to try his luck with an attack. But it didn't work out for him. Just look at the pure joy of this dog as he rushes in, spotting a water hose. Seems like attacking the water is his favorite game. Here's another similar shocking moment. While out biking, a man almost ran over a rattlesnake crossing the road in front of him. He managed to stop and jump away just in time. The snake was unharmed. Mergansers are capable of reaching an insane top speed of 130 kilometers per hour on water. No idea how this man managed to catch one, but the moment he let it go, the duck immediately showed how fast it can run. And here's real drama. A cat is trying with all its might to push its opponent off a high ledge, but the dangling cat isn't giving up. Here's how elephants in a California zoo react to a 5-magnitude earthquake. Sensing danger, they immediately huddled together in a protective circle. A village resident came up with a very clever way to catch fish. He set up a fence with raised edges and placed bait inside. All he has to do is slam the trap shut at the right moment. And in this moment, both definitely got scared. Imagine hearing the doorbell, looking through the peephole, and seeing these beauties visiting you for some honey. A fake alpha is always loud and aggressive, but just look what happens next. The real king of the yard appears. Everyone lowers their heads and runs, and the aggressor falls on his back in fear. This collar isn't meant to make the dog look scary, it's designed to save its life. It's a wolf collar, made for livestock guardian dogs that protect herds from wolves. Since wolves always go for the neck first, this kind of protection is absolutely justified. Watch how this dad freaks out at a turkey. Luckily, he found a place to hide in time. I don't think you've seen a creature like this before, a green, furry dragon snake captured on camera in Thailand. This mysterious snake genuinely looks like an alien creature swimming in a swamp. It was caught in Sakon Nakhon province. Reports say the snake looks like nothing local residents have ever seen before. Scientists decided to film a hummingbird in slow motion. The footage turned out to be incredible. A clever owner taught his golden retriever to dive and retrieve various objects from the bottom. The dog picked up the trick pretty quickly. This moment with the cat is really sad. Getting caught on the fence, he started to panic, which only made things worse and more painful. That's how dangerous it is to just work in an ordinary Indian yard. A cobra can sneak up at any moment. This man was lucky to spot the threat in time. In this moment, a jackdaw is seen pulling a kestrel chick out of its nest. A man watching the footage on camera returned it to the nest, but the bold jackdaw came back and stole the chick again. After the second rescue, the man decided to build protection for the nestlings. In this scene, an octopus attacks a shark swimming nearby, and it looks like the shark won't be able to break free. This monkey seems to really enjoy hitchhiking. It somehow jumped into the back of a moving pickup truck and began searching for something tasty, but the boxes only contained bottles of soda. When the clever primate realized it couldn't open them, it jumped off the moving pickup at full speed. Amazingly, the monkey landed safely and unharmed on the concrete road. Scientists wanted to find out why porcupine quills are so hard to remove. They're not just sharp, their tips are shaped like tiny hooks that latch into skin and tissue, anchoring themselves deep inside. The harder you pull, the more they get stuck, causing pain and complications. It's a natural defense that turns the porcupine into a true master of protection. A retriever is begging his owner to throw him the board already. I think they're never bored together. Here are a few funny moments that show just how silly and clumsy dogs can be at times. A night surveillance camera captured a baby elephant falling into a drinking pond, and how a caring matriarch rushed to help the little one immediately. Australian fishermen caught a cuttlefish, but they probably wish they hadn't because now they'll have to clean the whole boat from ink. I think after this moment, the kayakers' fishing trip was instantly over. A surveillance camera captured a pigeon eating food left for it in the yard, but in a flash, everything changed. A hawk launched a lightning-fast attack, and the pigeon almost became a meal itself. The predator came in at incredible speed, but couldn't carry the pigeon off. It only struck and left a cloud of feathers on the snow. These fishermen didn't catch a single fish all day. Then a bear appeared on the opposite shore and quickly showed the men how real fishing is done. Most cats absolutely hate baths. Here are a few funny moments.
Hey, Daddy.
Here are several funny moments with dogs and sticks. Nothing unusual here, just a coyote drinking from a puddle on the roof of a fancy mansion. Playful squirrels sometimes pull off real stunts, and here are a few hilarious moments.
He is totally toying with them.
While diving underwater, a cormorant finally got lucky and caught a fish, but holding onto the slippery eel in its beak wasn't so easy. This is probably the most epic photo this girl will ever take with a walrus.